Hi, thank you so much for asking a really good question. Do esophageal spasms cause breathing issues? The short answer is yes. First of all, I'm sorry it took me so long to respond. I have been myself having intermittent issues with spasms, and the last 3 days I've been dealing with a doozy. And I actually tried recording a response to you a couple of times, but I was like a 7 or 8 on a pain scale, and I was all over the place. I couldn't focus to save my life, so I deleted all those videos. Now I still have a little bit of chest tightness, but it's down to like a 4 or a 5, so I can function a little bit better and be a little bit more cohesive in my response to you. So thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. I do want to talk about spasms really quick. Again, they feel like heart attacks. So, like I said, I have chest pain, chest tightness. Sometimes a spasm can translate to your back, and it feels like a pain in your back between your shoulder blades, but really, really deep. That's really hard to identify. Some people who have spasms also have jaw pain, or it might shoot down their arms. It really, really does feel like a heart attack, and they are very hard to distinguish. So if you feel like you're having a spasm, an esophageal spasm, don't assume that just because you have achalasia, it is a spasm. Seek medical care through other social media outlets. I have some mutuals who have achalasia who ended up going into the ER for a really, esophageal pain they just couldn't deal with, esophageal spasm pain they couldn't deal with. And when they got there, they found out they were having heart attacks. Had they not sought medical care, they would have been in big trouble. So just I highly encourage you, if you're having a spasm, go get medical care and have a doctor tell you it's a spasm. If it is a spasm and it's not a heart attack, they can also sometimes give you a GI cocktail to help calm things down. There are other reasons to have breathing issues with achalasia other than spasms, and I want to talk a minute about that and acknowledge that. When I first was diagnosed, I couldn't breathe, and it was because my esophagus was so impacted that it was compressing the lower lobes of my lungs. And that is a possibility of your esophagus. If you're having trouble breathing, it's also possible that your esophagus is full of food. And if you keep putting food in it, you're going to stretch it out more. Don't be me. You know those little memes with the stick figures? Don't be Bob. Don't be me. I didn't know that was happening to me, and now I'm end stage achalasia. What that means is not that I'm going to die, but my esophagus and I are probably going to break up sometime in the next few years. So I kept eating when my esophagus was full, and now my esophagus is 7.5 to 8 centimeters when the average person's is 1.5 to 2. Don't do that. Also, when you have food stuck in your esophagus, it creates lactic acid. That lactic acid can burn your esophagus, and you can also aspirate those acids and get aspiration pneumonia, which also makes it hard to breathe. So lots of reasons. Get medical attention, get treatment early. Thank you for asking a really good question. I love answering, so ask more. Have a great night.